preview time. So this is my preview of the Manchester United versus Arsenal game. It's in the FA Cup, and we United fans want to get as far as possible and win the FA Cup, of course. So this is a big game for us, and it was quite a while ago since we last met a really good opponent, to be fair. But yeah, well, what can I say? Let's just get into the preview, I guess. So my first talking point is about a player that isn't really in the first team, and that is Andreas Pereira. Because there's been a lot of rumors recently that I think he said to media that he wants to join Juventus or something, and he's friend with Pogba, and yeah, whatever, like this, some random stuff, and it looks like he will be lost for us, because it doesn't look like he will sign a new contract, and of course that's bad. Like, we don't want a new Pogba thing, because I think against that game against MK Dons when we lost 4-0, I thought when Pereira came on, I thought he looked promising, you know. And then he sat on the bench quite a few games after, but he never got substituted. Like, he never get on the pitch, really. So I feel it's always boring when young players doesn't get the chance. Like, I love seeing young players play for United, because that's the United way to promote our youth players to the first team and let them play. And there's quite often one or two talent, like there's quite often they're coming up talents that are good enough to play in the Premier League. Question is if they're just good enough for United, but whatever. Yeah, so of course I would love to see Pereira stay, but if you have this bad negative attitude, but no, I just want to, like, thing is, I understand him if you want to leave for playing time, you know, I get that, but like, can't you respect the club that you got promoted for, and just because he will probably get chance next season if he stay, or like sign the contract and get out on loan for next season, like. But you need to leave to play for Juventus or someone like that. I don't like that attitude. You just respect the club you got the first team appearance for, and then you just don't. I don't know. It's a hard talking point. I don't know what to say, but I feel it's disrespectful. It's a bit disrespectful leaving United like this, like Pereira. It's looking like Pereira will do. But my next talking point, there's a more serious problem, I think, that is the Mata and Rafael problem, because at the time Mata is just sitting on the bench. I don't know how many games he started at the 10 games, maybe like one. That's just sick, because he's such an amazing player, and he left Chelsea to get playing time because he sat on the bench. Yeah, what is he doing now? He's sitting on the bench. It wouldn't surprise me if he want to move him to get the playing time. And I love Mata. He seems like such a nice person. I love reading his blog on Monday. Like, I would be destroyed if Mata would leave. Like, that would be so horrible. Because last year when I looked at Chelsea's Twitter account for. Mourinho had a press conference before a game, and then suddenly appeared yes, Mata is on a medical at Manchester United. Oh no, it's real, seriously. I love Mata. If you leave, what the fuck, computer? If you leave, that would be so horrible. And then we got Rafael. They can't even get into the squad at the moment. You know, he's not even sitting on the bench. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, Louis? For 2 seasons ago, you see how much he grew. He was such a good player for us then. He scored goal, he got assist, he worked so hard for the team. I think Ferguson said, yeah, Rafael is the one that's working hardest on training. You know, I understand that, because yeah, he's such a fighter, even though he does some stupid stuff at times and is a bit aggressive, you know. I just love Rafael. He got a real United spirit. Like, remember last season when Sturridge dived and they got a penalty when we lost? Yeah, fun times. And then like Vidic and Rafael came up, like went to Sturridge like, what the fuck are you? Okay, no, I'm sorry, but like they screamed like, what are you doing? Why are you diving here? You, and they said probably some ugly words. But Rafael, he just gets such a heart for the club, and I think just unfair to now just leave him out of the team. But like in the beginning of the season, Rafael, I think it was harder for him to get in the team because we play this like the 3-5-2. I don't know how well. I can't remember seeing Rafael in that 3-5-2. To be fair, can't remember how he played. But in the 4-1-2-1-2, the diamond 4-4-2 diamond, when Rafael and Luke Shaw ran up the wings, we were often exposed, like we saw against West Bromwich when we drew 2-2. Like when they ran up the pitch, no one was there, so West Brom could counter-attack us. But now when we got these 4-4-2 with wingers, and it's much easier for Rafael to overlap and then like Di Maria, Herrera, Blind, someone go and like defend the right back position. Meanwhile, like if a counter attack is coming, so it's just ridiculous that because I don't think Valencia have been bad, but it's just so boring. He's a consistent player. He's a good defender actually, and like he's a good attacking player sometimes. But he got good technique. And just that he doesn't use it that often. That's the boring part, right? Rafael, you can expect things out of him, and that's the fun part with Rafael. The Silva, so I really miss him. And now I talked quite a long time about Mata, Pereira, and Rafael. So I will tell you about my team then. So the team I want to see us play against Arsenal it's in a 4-2-3-1 formation where the Gea in goal, of course. Luke Shaw if he's back from injury. Otherwise, Rojo or Blind, because Rojo or Blind at left back. Okay, I will tell you later. And then if Shaw is back, I want to see Rojo and Smalling centre backs because I think they have the best centre back partnership at the moment for United. I want to see Rafael back in a team, but I doubt that will happen. So Rafael right back, then Blind and Herrera, these two central midfielders. But I can see, like, if Shaw is still injured, then Blind maybe go down left back and put Carrick instead of Blind in that central position. It's a bit more defensive than Herrera. Then Young, and I stick with Di Maria on the right side, even though his form has been a bit bad recently. But I think Di Maria is a better player on the left hand side. It's just that Young is doing so well there at the moment, so I don't want to take away Young from the left hand side because I know Di Maria can play on the right hand side because he did it at Real Madrid before he converted into a central attack midfielder for them. Then I want to see Mata in the hole behind Wayne Rooney because Mata, he's just too good to sit on the bench. Like, I don't blame Fellaini. He have been good this season. If you look, like, he'd been better this season if I said that. Especially if you look at last season, he was horrible for us. Probably the worst player in the team. Or one of them at least. There were quite a lot actually. And then what I think Louis Van Gaal will play is the Gea, Luke Shaw if he's back, of course. Then Rojo and Smalling centre backs, Valencia right back. I think the central midfielder I'm not really sure about because now Carrick have rested a while after the injury, so I think he could get back in the starting 11. So, but I've gone for, or not but I think the Louis Van Gaal will go with Blind, Herrera or Carrick for one of those two. Then Young left hand side, Di Maria right hand side, Fellaini behind Rooney and Rooney up top. To be fair, Fellaini were really good against Arsenal in the beginning of the season, but Mata is just class above, if I say like that. He should. That's why I want to see him play. But yeah. And then the opposition. Yeah, what can I say about Arsenal? When they play football, when they play their best, they probably, I could say, the best team in the league. When they are on the top level, they use such a nice team to look at, and they just got so many dangerous players. Like they got Özil. When he's on his day, he's a world class player. Cazorla has been good this season. Chamberlain is also a player that can create a lot of chances. Sanchez, he's just world class. You see in the you see in this season that he's just scored so many goals for them and been such an important player. But we're lucky because Sanchez have been a bit out of form recently, so hopefully he won't do a lot against us. Then I put Giroud in there, even though I don't even like Giroud. I think it's just, I don't know why Arsenal have Giroud as the striker. I like how they signed Welbeck and then play him out on the wing, and Welbeck wants to leave because he wants to play striker. I just found that so funny. But Giroud, he has scored a lot of goals for them, even though he missed like 10,000 chances against Monaco. He's still a proven goal scorer. And you know, he scored against us earlier this season with a thunderbolt. Thunderbolts. Yeah, whatever. And then Walcott, of course, that, you know, he's pacey and he's a good player, of course. And then Rosicky, because I think when Rosicky had come on the pitch, when he got substituted on the pitch, I think he always works so hard for Arsenal and he creates chances and score goals. But yeah, whatever. And now I'm going to talk about the weak players in Arsenal, because they got some few, and that is Mertesacker. And I think he will start because Gabriel, that played, I think, last game, got injured. So I think Mertesacker will play with Koscielny at the back, and Mertesacker isn't close to what it was for 1 or 2 seasons ago. Like, he makes so many mistakes now, and he's just so slow. And you could see that against Monaco when they penetrated the Arsenal defense because of Mertesacker's mistakes. And then I put Chesney in there because he will play in goal for them. I know he had been dropped out of the team because of form. He haven't been that good, so he can hopefully make some mistakes against us. And then this is a weird one because I put Coquelin in there, and I know that he's been in some great form and he's becoming a good player for Arsenal. But no, he's still a newcomer into the team, and he's really the only defensive midfielder they have, like they play at the moment. So hopefully we can take advantage of that and use our attacking players to, you know, if we get through Coquelin, we just through to the then we just have the back line left. So hopefully Coquelin isn't experienced enough to play good in this game. So last but not least, my prediction is a 2-1 win for us, because hopefully, like, we have a really good record of Arsenal for the recent years, and you know, since I started watching United, we haven't lost a single game against Arsenal, and so yeah, I think we will win, especially when we're at home. And you know, I think the fans will be so pumped, like, that we're so close to the FA Cup final. So I think we're gonna win this, and hopefully more than 2-1. But as I said, Arsenal on the day is an excellent team. So yeah, at 2-1, I think will be the result, exactly like it was earlier this season. But thank you for watching this preview, and I see you again on the review of the Arsenal game then. See you later.